Hello, Papa Jalen's Excel here. In this video, I'm going to teach you about pivot table. So pivot table is actually a very useful skill that you must learn. You definitely get to use it all the time. I always get to use it. And why it's very useful is because it helps you to summarize the data. Okay, so for example, I have this table over here, but if you want to summarize the data, for example, into months, into customer segment, into state, into city, into postal code, or whatever, it's always best to use pivot table, right? Okay, so without further ado, let's start. So before we begin, right, just want to let you know that okay, we want to create additional columns. Okay, so this is the original table. So we want to base on the order date, right? To find out about the total sales. Okay, you want to tabulate the total sales based on the order date. Okay, but I will show you how to use order date in the pivot table next time. But today we are going to just use the month and the year. Okay, actually you don't need to. So we are going to tabulate the order month and order year. Okay, but actually you don't need to do this lah. Okay, you don't need to do this. You can actually just use the order date. But for simplicity, we shall use the month and the year separately. Okay, so how do you get a month? Okay, if you use this formula, right, called month, you will extract the month. Okay, but because this is based on the formula, based on the date formatting, so we shall change it later. Okay, so we shall change this to general. Okay, and we shall also change this to general because this is date. As you can see, this is date format. Okay, so if you use the order month, is 11, but we don't want to use order month. We want to use January, February, right? Okay, so you use this formula called tax. Okay, tax month. Let's start MMM. Okay, you will get the month. Okay, order year, you can just use the formula year. Right. Okay, so you have November 2016, correct? Okay, so what do? You just go down, scroll all the way down. Control D, get the formula. Okay. Right. So we have the order month and year. Okay. So how do we start with the pivot table? Okay, just click anywhere in the table and then go to insert. Okay, insert pivot table, just click it. Okay, so you have the option of putting the pivot table into a new worksheet or existing worksheet. Okay, but of course it's better to put in a new worksheet because it's confusing to put in the existing worksheet. Okay, so we shall create a new worksheet. All right, now how are we going to build this pivot table? So remember I said that we are going to use months. Okay, we are going to use months to tabulate the total sales. Okay, so now we shall select. Okay, so you see there are 4 areas over here, right? Filters, column. So if you click anywhere outside, you won't see the pivot table, the settings. Okay, but if you click inside, you will see it. Okay, so it's classified under by filters, columns, rows, and values. Okay, so now we are going to use rows and values first. Okay, so we go to order month. Okay, order month and sales. Okay, so you can see if you just drag order month down to the rows, okay, it will create the months for you. And if you drag sales down over here, okay, you will see sum of sales. So this means you are going to tabulate the value based on the rows. Okay, so this is what we are going to do now. As you can see, it has already helped you to tabulate the total sales based on the months, right? Okay, so we are going to group the next step is we are going to group these 3 months together and these 3 months together by quarter. Okay, by quarter. Okay, now how do we do this? Okay, so anyway, these total sales, they are in dollars and they have 4 decimal places, but later we will do some formatting. Okay, so but I'm going to show you how to group them by quarter So you just select the 3 rows over here, and then you go to pivot table, analyze. Okay, you click on group selection. So when you click on group selection, it will also automatically group the other quarters. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay, so sorry, it did not group the other quarters together. But what you can do is, okay, you can just select this, and then you go to pivot table, analyze, and then you click group selection. Okay, you will group all this together. Okay. We do the same now. Click group selection. All right. So there you have it. You have group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4. But actually we can do this automatically with the order date alone. Okay. We can actually just use these to do it. But never mind, we will just use this the simple method first to show you. Okay, so that at least you learn this method first. Okay. So now we have really grouped it by quarter, right? So this is the total sales for the first quarter, total sales for second quarter, and so on. Okay. So now you have learned grouping. Okay, the next thing you're going to learn is formatting. Okay. So now okay, so in order to when you see the rows over here, right? So you have two things over here. One is by order month, one is by order month 2. Order month is January, February, March. So order month 2 is actually the group 1, group 2, group 3. Okay. So if you just click this, or if you remove field, you can either click remove field, or you can either drag it out. So if you drag it out, it will disappear. You will go back to the months only. Okay. Okay. So this is something that you have learned. Next thing that you will learn is current formatting. Okay. So you wouldn't want to display this in 4 decimal places. Okay. And because this is in currency, right? This is total sales, right? So maybe you want to display something useful to the user, to someone who is going to see it. Okay, so how are you going to change the formatting? You can either go to this sum of sales, you click value field settings. Okay, then you go to number format. Then you can change it over here. Let's say you want to change to currency. You want to change to currency, right? It's over here. Okay. But another method that you can do is you can just right click, okay, you go to number format, okay, just right click, and then you select currency. So I don't want 2 decimal places, I just want whole number. Okay, then you click okay, that's it. Okay, you just right click, okay, yeah, just go to number format, that's all. Okay, so this you have learned number formatting. Okay, the next thing is okay. So now we want to we want to get a total for other things. Okay, so let's say you want to get the number of orders. Okay, so we don't want total sales. Okay, we drag it out. Okay, we want the number of orders. Okay. We want the number of order IDs, okay? So how many orders do we have? Okay, so what do? You can just drag these to values. Okay, so notice that the column over here is count of order ID. So this is the total number of orders. Okay, so you will count, right? So this is something that you can try. You can try other things as well. If you just drag customer ID over here. Okay, customer ID over here. Let's see what happens. So we also have the same number because each order ID has a unique customer ID. Okay, now we can break it out. Okay, so what do we have? Order IDs. Okay, so now we are going to do something different. Okay, so now we drag the sales back to the values. Okay. And what do? We format it again, number format. Okay, then we go to currency, 0 decimal places. Okay, there you have it. And okay, so now we are going to explore filters and columns. Okay, so remember that we created an order year column just now. So if you want, let's explore filters. Okay, if you drag order year to filters, okay, now you have all order years. So how many? What are the years that we have? We have 2004, 2005, 2006, and 2007, right? Okay, so these are the years that we have filtered. We did not filter anything, so we selected all. But let's say if you want to filter by 2004, okay, so if you want to filter by 2007, for example, okay, so this is 2007, okay, 2007 and 2006, okay, so this is the sales, okay, so this is filtering, okay, filtering is easy, but let's select all for the time being. Okay, so now we want to explore something called columns. Okay, so what happened? So we should add category. Okay, category. So okay, so just go back to this. Go back to our data over here. If you look at category, so we have 3 categories: furniture, office supplies, and technology. Okay, furniture, office supplies, and technology. Okay, so now if we drag category to columns, what will happen? Okay, the sales will still be the same. The total sales will still be the same. Okay, but now it divides the furniture, office supplies, and technology up. Okay, so now we have 3 additional columns, and now you know how each category performs. Okay, so these three columns, right, will add up to the grand total. Okay, so this is what happens when you use columns. Okay, so pivot table is actually very useful. Okay, now let's explore something else. Okay, so under this column you have the total, right? So what happens if we drag sales to the values again? If you drag it again, okay, sorry, let's remove this field first. Okay, let's drag category out first. Okay, simplify this. Okay, if you drag sales under values again, okay, what happened? You will see the same values, right? Okay, but you can do something else. Okay, so this column is based on total sales, right? Okay, but you can do something else. Okay, so if you want to change the field, if you want to change the settings over here, if you don't want total, for example, if you want average, okay, you can click value field settings. Okay, you can go to average. Okay, now you have the average. Okay, now let's change this to number format. Okay, number format we change to currency. Okay, now we have the average sales, right? Okay, so now we want to do something different. Okay, we want to find out a percentage of the grand total. Okay, so this is a grand total, right? So the total sales for all the months and all the years add up to about 2.3 million. So we want to find out how much is this percentage. Okay, so you can use formulas like, for example, this equals to this divided by this. Okay, you will also get the answers, right? Okay, you also get the answers. No problem. You get the answers. Okay, so let's do this. Right. Okay, so let's take this. Is by this. Okay, right. Okay, so you just copy. Okay, it's wrong. Okay, never mind. We just verify the first two. Okay, percentage. Okay, so now we create a column. Right, okay, we create a column. So let's say you go to sales, okay, and then you drop it under values. Okay, so we click sum of sales. Okay, so we want this to be a percentage of the sales over the grand total, right? Okay, so another method is you can just right click and then go to value field settings, right? And then show value as. Okay, percentage of grand total. Yes, this is what we want. Oh, so there you have it. Okay, so remember just now when we calculated it was 4.13 and 2.6, right? Okay, so this is a percentage of grand total. Okay, so we can also do something. Okay, we can also let's say you want to calculate the difference in terms of percentage between the previous months. So for example, February compared to January, March compared to February, April compared to March. So what's the difference? Whether it's increasing or decreasing. Okay, so you can drag sales over here again. Okay, value field settings, show value as. So if you show value as, for example, difference, okay, percentage difference, okay, from the previous month. Okay, so there you have it. Of course, January has no comparison with the previous month, right? Okay, so it's from February onwards, February, December. So you can see that February is lower. February sales is lower than January. March sales is better than February. Okay, so you have the percentage over here. Okay, so you can do the formatting over here. So for example, if for these two, you want the number format, you want the percentage to be just 1 decimal places. Okay, you can do it. Yeah, so it's now it's 1 decimal places. Okay, change this to 1 decimal places. Okay, great, right? Okay, so there you have it. Okay, so the next thing that we want to do is we want to change the headers, right? So you see, this is sum of sales 3, this is sum of sales 2. So you are not sure what the column represents. Okay, so you need to go back and change the header. So you can change the header by either just typing in total sales, okay, and you can type average sales. That is one way. The second way is you just right click and you go to value field settings and then you change. Okay, change. So this is change under custom name, percentage or total. Okay, you just do this. Of course, it's better to just edit that. Okay, percentage difference from. Okay, so there you have it. Just do a little bit. Okay, so this is changing the header. And okay, so for example, right, you have this pivot table, and then you want to look into the month of September or into the month of August. So what do? You can go back to orders. Okay, no problem. You go back to orders, and then you can just click September. Okay, September, right? And then you get all the orders for September. Okay, there are 1,383 entries over here. Okay, alternatively, you can just double click in any of the cells over here. Okay, just double click. So there you have it. Okay, there you have it, right? See, 1383 or 1383. Okay, right? Okay, so if you want, for example, October, you just double click over here. Right, there you have it. Okay. Okay, so let me rename this. Pivot table first. Okay. So this is what you can do if you want to look into individual months. Okay. Now let's learn something else. Okay, let's learn the pivot chart. Okay, so you can actually build a chart from this pivot table. Okay, just go to over here, pivot table analyze, and you can just click pivot chart. Okay, so let's go for column chart. Okay, right. So now you have a chart over here, right? And you have all the years over here. You have the average sales, percentage of total, percentage of difference from, right? Okay, but let's just concentrate on one thing. Okay, let's delete the rest. Okay, delete the rest. Let's concentrate on total sales. Okay. Okay, so now you have a very clean chart based on total sales. So you can see, right, January, February, March, all the way to December, based on all the years. Okay. Okay, so we can do something different. So what if you want to find out about individual years for all the months? Okay, so you can do this. You just drag this, right? to the axis. Okay, because now the axis, right, is order month. Okay, so if you drag the order year over here, okay, you can find out in terms of the year by different years. Okay, 2014 to 2007. Okay, this is something that you want, just do this. Okay, but if you do the other way around, it'll be very funny. Okay, yeah, so this will be very funny, right? Okay, so this will be more appropriate. Okay, so you can drag this out just for illustration. Okay, and now, yeah, okay, we can do this as well. Okay, we can do this. We can use the category. You can drag this above the mark. Now you can see furniture, office supplies, and technology. Okay, you can try something else. Okay, you can try region. Let's try region. Central, East, South, West. Okay, right? So you can actually do many things, right? So notice that, let's say when you're doing this, when you're adjusting the chart, right, you're also adjusting the pivot table itself. Okay, and last thing that I want to teach is something called slicer. Okay, so when you click on insert slicer, okay, slicer means actually is a filter. Okay, very simple, it's a filter. So let's say, okay, order here, right? Okay, so what happens over here is, so slicer is like a filter. It makes things easier for you. So we're actually displaying all the years, right? So you just, when you click 2004, it will just show 2004. Okay, so it makes things easier for you to display instead of always going back to click the filters. Okay, so yeah, so actually you have pivot table is actually not difficult to learn. You have actually learned it now. Okay, so if you're unsure, you can go back and rewatch the video. Okay, so I might do more videos on pivot chart on advanced techniques. Okay, but that's it for this video. Okay, Papa J learns Excel here. I hope you have learned something useful about pivot chart. Okay, if you do, please subscribe to my videos below. Thank you very much and give it a like. Okay, see you again in the next video. Bye.